Hey, John Hope Bryant. Look, inflation is dying down, but I'm going to give you a very practical example of how this is impacting your life, your daily life, and what you can do about it. So inflation is dying down, but interest rates is dying down because interest rates were hiked up by the Federal Reserve. According to CNBC today, that also means that your consumer credit interest rates are spiking. I want you to pay attention to your department store credit cards in particular. These department store credit cards are going to be in the 20s now. They're already in the 20s. Check your statement, read the fine print, call the company if you have to. Don't just go shopping. And when you go shopping, they say, "Would you like to open a credit card?" If you can avoid saying yes, please say a respectful no. You're talking about no-name cards, just generic cards, consumer cards that are used for these purposes are 22%. Department store credit cards are 26, 28%. That means that for every dollar you spend, you only get 70 cents, give or take, that's in your pocket. The rest of it's being eaten away, and then it compounds. It gets worse. So whatever you're buying, unless it's a must to do, don't do it unless you can do it. Find a lower interest rate credit card, or better yet, use a balance transfer if you have to. Use your higher interest rate credit cards to use your lower interest rate credit cards to pay off your higher interest rate credit cards and zero those things out. Close them out if you can. Don't use them. These department credit cards, and I don't want to mention names, but you know what I'm talking about, are just death traps. They're worse than these auto loans. When you have a bad credit score and you go get a Mercedes, it's not a Mercedes, it's Mercedes payments. You got an 18% account balance on a $100,000 vehicle. It's a bomb, and it's going to explode. I did a video earlier where I showed that if you just used a $10,000 debt on an auto loan at I think I was in the mid-teens interest rate, you end up paying for that car 2 or 3 times. So interest rate works both ways. If you're paying a low interest rate, the money is next to free. It makes everything make sense. Paying a high interest rate, which is what the poor tend to pay, those who make the least pay the most, it can kill you. Literally can be the death of your family, and you'll never get out of some of these death traps. And the worst example of these are payday loans. And I'll cover that in another video. But the solution here is for you to call an Operation Hope Financial Coach, go into counseling. Our services are free. We have 200 offices in 46 states, and the network is growing. We also have satellite offices. We have a Hope in Hand app. You can do it virtually, but get yourself an appointment with a Hope Financial Coach. Tell them I sent you, and there's 2 ways to make money: make more or spend less. Get an account rep on the phone with my Hope Financial Coach. Go through each of your credit cards and do some analysis. The devil is in the details. You want to pay the least and get the most. And if you're going to use debt, try to use debt for things that appreciate. Good debt are things like mortgages, small business loans. I used to use debt. I'm sure people on Wall Street disagree with this, but I don't care. I used to use debt to even invest in stocks because I couldn't afford. Back then, I didn't have any money, so I used the credit cards I had, which were decent interest rates, to buy stocks. And maybe I was trading returns, meaning that it was costing me what I was investing and getting in return, but it got me in the stock market, got me in the habit of investing, got me committed to investments. And nobody washes rental cars. So when you're the opposite is also true. When you're invested in something, you're interested in something, you pay attention to it. So I got to be interested in investing in, well, the rest is, obvious. So you see me here now. So you want to pay, good debt ties to things that appreciate. Bad debt is tied to things that depreciate. And buying some shoes or a dress at a local department store and paying close to 30% for it, typically, unless you just are having a really bad week and you just wanted to go have some shopping therapy, I know, I've been there before. Beyond that, it's typically not worth it. All right, John Hope Bryant, this is your tip of the day. the John Hope Bryant Straight Talk series, over 100 million video views, 3 million followers on social media. Follow me at John Hope Bryant. Follow Operation Hope at Operation Hope. And I'll see you around. Peace and light. And go see my people at operationhope.org. Love and light.